Hello, welcome back. We shall continue the main. Oh, we get music! As much as I enjoy the bristle of the tour, I think it's time we headed inside. My brother and the others will not be long. I don't know why, but it feels like something's missing. Oh, you've returned from the council. But what of Alphino? Did some other matter require his attention? My apologies, friends. I trust we have not kept you waiting over long. Greetings, everyone. Oh, Crow! How's Nurago doing? She'll be alright, won't she? I don't see why not. She's sleeping at the moment. Tataru's keeping an eye on her, and so will know soon enough if there's any changes in her condition. Her wounds are healing well. With sufficient rest, I am certain she will make a full recovery. Well, thank goodness for that. Now, mayhap you would share with us the Council's decision. Each of the nations, Ishgard included, have committed to providing military support to Gridania. The Eorzan alliance will soon have a sufficient force in the Black Shroud ready to respond to any Imperial activity of aggression. You know, I almost wish the Council would stop messing around and give the Griffin what he wants. I wouldn't like to be the Imperial cut between the Alliance and the Resistance and the Alliance. Ida, you cannot seriously. One does not lightly go to war with the Guardian Empire. Quite to open hostilities without due consideration would be to invite disaster. If only there was some way to reach the Griffin, some means to convince him to abandon this reckless course. It may not be entirely unfeasible. There's a network of tunnels beneath Belsa's walls, secret passages dug by the Resistance to provide a way out of Alamigo, which may equivalently serve as a way in. Precisely. If all are in agreement... My nose is itchy. I would be the one to undertake the possible negotiations. I am familiar with the route, and the Resistance is familiar with me. About as familiar as they are with me, you mean? Tell you what you want. I am coming too. I have experience in the practice of infiltration. If you would have me, my service at your disposal. Those are mine. If I've been far too long since I shared a shadow with the shinobi, I do not intend to waste the opportunity. 4 is quite sufficient for an infiltration mission. Greater numbers will only serve to increase the risk of detection. Crow and I will direct our energies elsewhere. What of your leviers? I will return to the East Shroud and stand watch over the border. Should matters take turn for the worse, it would seem wise to be on hand. Might I prevail upon you to accompany me, Edgar? Britannia will be safer for your presence, and while I am not seeing the most thrilling duty, my dear sister, might I ask that you remain at the Rising Stones to pass on messages and so on. To hold the fort, you mean? Very well. I suppose the task must fall to someone. Safe travels, all of you. If you have any unfinished business in the tour, pray attend to it now. I would depart for the Hawthorne's hut without delay. The nearby watchtower is enough skill field of Belsa's wall, and I should be interested to speak to the Alliance commanders, who have installed themselves at its top. I suspect Atari would have little trouble facilitating communications between our forces under normal circumstances, but I could say that She has her hands full nursing the resistance fighter back to health. No matter, my turn in the field will come. The strong crowd took the resistance fighter to more private chambers. She might have procured in peace. The poor girl was in quite a state, wasn't she? I wonder that Stir would have to say about our wounded visitor. His own injuries yet keep him abed, and I miss serving a cup of tea alongside his usual observations. Even when casting the same incantations, the mastery of each practitioner greatly affects the efficiency of the spell. A principle that was aptly disseminated to our two young mages here. We have a training in the healing art, so we can take turns with Mistress Crowd taking care of her patients. Oko seems rather eager to learn from the experience. Miss Crowd and Archer are truly exceptional healers. It is an honor to witness the ministrations firsthand. If only I could tend to my brother's battle hurts with such proficiency. I have much study yet ahead of me. I believe her name was Manago. Her case appeared to have been genuine, and I must confess to feeling no small degree of trepidation. Even I stepped aside. As we're all surprised by our sudden visitor, but Hurry was able to gauge the situation at a glance. He realized that the mature posed no immediate threat and permitted her to enter. But that didn't mean he wasn't alert for some manner of trap. Ah, yes. Mayhap the elder is the finer man after all. I may perhaps have deterred my standings of the resistance a little, but I am confident that I have a reasonable chance of putting a stop to this madness before spiral of control. Yes, fair to middling at the very least. All I'm saying is it would be a waste of time if we ended up joining the Griffin's fight against the Empire. I mean, it's going to happen sooner or later, isn't it? My fellow Shinobi required a little encouragement to take their place amongst the Alliance's forces, Master in Britannia. They are most eager to cross blades with the armies of Garlemald once more. I am no ninja, but I did spend some moons in the Charlian homeland, learning how to move unseen between Nagiri and my humble self. Yada and Papamoa will be well protected. The reason why I don't do that more often is because it does take time off my timer. And I do like to make progress in the story when I can. Oh, there's F now. Again, there you are. Come. A mysterious spire awaits. The lowest officer on the platform should be able to appraise us of any development at the wall. That's meeting the two of you here. We were about to set forth. Indeed, I was about to say 12 watch over you, but I doubt you have need of divine protection, even if you are venturing into enemy territory. Don't worry, Elfno, we have the Griffin by the scruff of the neck for your note. Do make up your mind, Yida. Nearly a moment ago, you seemed ready to shake the Griffin by the hand rather than the neck. So which will it be? It would be best to decide before we enter into negotiations. Trust me, Bo, I'll shake whatever needs shaking. The talking part is I leave to you. I think I feel a headache coming on. Let's be on our way, shall we? Some things never change. Well then, shall we make for the spire? Our alliance friends will doubtlessly have news for us. Oh, that was a bit strange. Oh, Edgar flies before the bird. Welcome, Warrior Blade. I assume you are here to speak with our commanding officer. You will find him on the observation platform. Pray proceed. Greetings, my friends. It's good to see you both well. I was hoping you might turn up. I dragged half to watch here, and see the sight of you might have reminded them why we bothered. If memory serves, I have not seen many of you since the days of the Grand Melee. Have borne the brunt of your blows. May I say what an honor it is to stand at your side. It was heartening indeed to see the realm's most stalwart defenders gathered in common cause. Speaking of which, what news from the wall? All has been quiet. Then an explosion. Yep. As soon as you say something's quiet, something's going to explode. But what? Something else? Fighting has broken out on top of the wall. A full-scale assault. So the Griffin has made his move. Someone has. And what's that supposed to mean? Oh, don't you know? The attackers, they're wearing Grand Company colors. Impossible. We gave no such order. Of course, the wall was never the Griffin's target. It was bait. We have been goaded into deploying our armies nearby, thus leading the weight to this deception. If these universes are convincing enough to save up my scouts, the Empire will surely think we've launched an offensive. This could mean war. Even so, this may yet be no more than a diversion. With the armies of the Alliance occupy the Empire's attention, it would be comparatively easy for the Griffin's supporters to slip into Alamigo. He could then recite a rebellion amongst the populace, which the Imperial reserves would be hard-pressed to contain. Isora, meanwhile, would be plunged into chaos. Edgar, we must make for the wall at once. What, just the two of you? Our champions embarked on a mission to sway the Griffin from his course, and are all likelihood halfway to his command post by now. They will emerge in the midst of the raging battle. I do not mean to abandon them to their fate. It would be dangerous, but the confusion may work to our advantage. If we are careful to avoid the skirmishing, it may yet be possible to reach the Griffin. And if we can do that... Lady Hilda, might I ask that you have an airship ready to bear the Scions to safety? I don't know who this Lady Hilda is, Marshal, but you can count on me. I forgot, I didn't do a good Scottish accent before, and I don't remember how I did it before anyway. Must be fit for Imperial appraisal. May the Navigator guide us through the storm. Forward, comrades. The time has come to drive the Empire from Alamigo and force action upon those who have turned their backs to our suffering for so long. Let this victory be the first step to the liberation of our homeland. Alamigo will be free no matter the cost. My foot fell asleep. What Paplamo told me, the trail ahead should lead us into the shadow of the wall. As we have two objectives, let's just divide our forces. I shall make the straight way for the tunnels and attempt to intercept our comrades, and as I stumble into a bloodbath. While I do so, I must ask that you scale the wall. Know that I would not propose such a course if there were any other way. But the time for subtlety is past. Take a band of your most trusted companions and cut a path through to the griffin. Make him see reason by any means necessary. Once we are free of the tunnels, we will make for your position. With all due haste, and if anything proceeds according to plan, Hilda will then swoop in and spirit us away to safety. I only pray that we have enough time. Oh. That's going to be in the next episode. We're going to do that because that's just going to be a bit lengthy, and I doubt 13 minutes is going to be enough. So I'm going to call it here and then start the next episode off doing it. Until then,